Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Miss Lia Amalia, as lecturer for the conversation course, let me introduce myself. My name is Sylvia Miftahur Rohma, with study number 21000100035. Here, I will present the result of my journal review entitled The Effect of Educational Inequality on Economic Growth in Indonesia. There is the outline of my presentation, namely introduction, research purposes, research method, result and discussion, and the last is conclusion. Introduction. Education plays an important role in the development of human research. First, education will improve the quality of the workforce, which has an impact on increasing productivity and the resulting output. Second, education will increase the capacity for economic innovation and the new technology that drive growth. And third, education can make it easier to understand new emerging knowledge and implement it successfully into reality, which will drive economic growth. Inequality in access to education occur in various parts of the world. In Indonesia, education inequality does not only occur between rural-urban areas, but also in difference in economic status. In addition, inequality in access to education also occur between urban and rural areas. Shahrani and Nurani 2019 found that disparities in access to education occur because there are more teachers and schools in urban areas than in rural areas. Furthermore, difficulties in accessing formal education do not only occur because of the number of schools, but also the adequate transportation and school facilities. Research purposes. This study aims to examine whether there is educational inequality between regions in Indonesia and whether there is an influence between educational inequality and economic growth. By adding other variables such as poverty rate, population, and government spending on education, researchers want to see whether education inequality in Indonesia simultaneously affect economic growth. The hypothesis built is that educational inequality cause economic growth to decline and vice versa. Research method. This research as quantitative research method. The study as secondary data. The data as is data from 34 provinces in Indonesia prior to law number 15 of 2022 from 2015 to 2020. In addition, data collection as documentation technique to trace history data. Documentation was conducted to collect data on economic growth, population graduating from school, total population, and number of poor people from 34 provinces from the BPS, while government expenditure data province in the education sector were obtained from Kemenko. Result and discussion. Based on the result of descriptive statistics and regression analysis that has been carried out, the result obtained are that there is indeed education inequality in Indonesia. From the result of the analysis obtained, it turned out that education inequality has a negative influence on economic growth. It is possible that education inequality does not have a direct relationship with economic growth because economic growth is an increase in the production of goods and services at a certain time. While education cannot be seen for its benefit immediately, it is a long-term investment in the Human Development Index that will process these goods and services. It seems clear that the existence of educational equity will affect human research, so that it will indirectly increase economic growth. Therefore, education equity is very important to be carried out by the Indonesian government because that the increase in population must also be accompanied by a good quality of life for the community, so that it will not become a burden on the government. Lastly, the poverty rate in this study, the result obtained that the poverty rate has a positive influence on economic growth, although not significant. This is of course inversely proportional to the generally accepted theory where poverty will actually reduce economic growth, where people do not have the ability to buy production goods, so that it will reduce gross domestic product. The last one is conclusion. Education inequality has a significant negative effect on economic growth. Meanwhile, government spending on education and population have a positive but not significant effect on economic growth. For this reason, the government must continue to make effort to equalize education, even though in the study educational inequality has a negative effect on economic growth. Education indirectly affects the quality of human research, which can affect economic growth. Improvement can be made in quantity by increasing the number of teachers, school facilities, repairing bright roads that facilitate school access. Okay, and that's all my presentation. Sorry for my mistake word. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.